They call it the city that never sleeps. The city of dreams. The Big Apple. The crossroads of the world. It's said that if you can make it there, you could make it anywhere. So they come, from across the globe with bags full of hopes and dreams, and the city welcomes them. But dreams are rarely what they are believed to be, for while the city may never sleep, still, night falls. And it is in the night that the children of Cain wake and play out the masquerade in my city. Beware, children, lest ye fall.
Hello, everyone. I am still coughing. Simon at Wandering DM. Welcome to our Saturday game of Vampire the Masquerade in this campaign called Nightfall. Before we begin, before we introduce ourselves and we do all the yada yada, let's just thank our sponsor real quick, Mage and Press. Makers of D&D 5e supplements. You can check them out at store.mageandpress.com. Found Familiar, great coffee company that I am still drinking about less than 12 hours from my other cup from last night. You can find them at foundfamiliar.com, and you can use code WanderingDM to get 10% off your coffee purchases. Similarly, our last sponsor for today is Dice Envy. You can check them out down below. If you want to get some shiny new dice, like the one Alyssa is holding right now. Check out Dice Envy with the link below the video. Today I'll be playing Sid Zimmerman, the gangrel private detective, one half of the Vamp Dads, and someone for whom life has been just the best and nothing bad has ever happened. I have with me a cast of incredible players. Let's go around the table and introduce yourselves. Tell us who you are, who you'll be playing today. And I will begin with the other half of the Vamp Dads.
Hello, everyone. Scott here at Berserker_Rage on the Twitch and the Twitters. So be sure to check those out. I will be playing Alexander Erickson, the other half of the Vamp Dads, in the more rounded dad of the group, I guess. The non-murderous one?
You're like the straight man in our comedy routine.
Pretty much.
And we have adopted, I guess, 2 other fledgling vampires. The first one is our tech expert. Who are you and who are you playing?
Yeah, I'm Quentin in real life, Dragon in chat on Twitter, and today I'm going to be playing Herschel Akers, the adorable Nosferatu.
And last but not least, amongst our little vampire family, is our art daughter.
Yes, it is I, Alyssa or Slamilton in Twitch, on Twitter, in most places, playing the Toreador / daughter of Cacophony herself, Auden St. James.
And to ensure that our actions have consequences, or so she claims, is our storyteller, Deirdre. How are you?
Hey y'all, I'm doing fine. I'm pretty sure that there are consequences to your choices. You just may not know what they are yet.
Never.
But last week we had some interesting developments. We kind of moved forward after the prince's visit. There was no, excuse me. There was a cleansing, one might say, of the Tremere clan in the city. Not all of them are gone, but a lot of people that you may have known about or have heard of have had a very personal conversation with the Justicar. They may not have enjoyed that conversation, but they did have one. There was an attempt to figure out what exactly is in the was in the good professor's brain, or at least attached to its spinal column, and Herschel proved that Apple products really don't like any other operating system in a very smoky and melty kind of way. He also discovered that the professor is hanging around, but he can't really communicate effectively. There's some glitching going on. There's, the conversation, translation barrier there, at least for Herschel at the moment. Auden has decided to take up interpretive sculpture of vampire remains that are currently sitting on the roof, at least the back-facing section of your roof of your brownstone.
I'm just trying to class up the place a little bit with some proper high art. It's a meditation on life, death, and Princess Carolyn, what are you doing? Yeah.
That's actually kind of true. Nobody knows what Princess Caroline is doing. But there was also a package that was delivered that Sid decided to get further examined by Rebecca after Alexander was not real communicative with him at the time. A letter had arrived with the package in Latin, very formal, from Vienna. And you discovered that it was a music box. Wood inlay, black forest, antique. 1890s, maybe. And it played a song that Auden and Rebecca found quite offensive to have been sent to Sid, and had to explain to Sid why exactly the opening of Siegfried's funeral march from the end of the Ring Saga by Wagner was an insult to send to a Jewish vampire. And Rebecca recommended maybe not putting the rings on. Also wanted to know why she wasn't invited to yours and Alexander's wedding.
There has never been a wedding.
But you made your way home, and you decided that was pretty much it. That you were gonna undertake somebody was going to talk to Alexander, maybe try and solve some of their relationship issues. Rebecca again recommended that she knows a really good couples therapist. But I think we're going to pick back up the next night as the sun begins to set. It's a little cooler now. And as the sun sets, you hear, or not yet. Sid wakes up early, so he's hearing it even before the sun sets. The bells of the churches are ringing out in Little Italy. San Gennaro has begun. There are so many people in the streets. You can hear it even blocks away. Music and dancing. It's a party that will last for 12 nights in Lower Manhattan. But that's the atmosphere. Kind of cooler. Well, cooler in the sense that it's broken, like it's like 70 degrees instead of 90. So, there's that. What are you doing, Sid, as you wake up?
I obviously take the dog off of me. And, I had a few notes that I wanted to go through. I wanted to contact Ava. Is it Ava or Eva?
Eva.
Eva.
Mm-hmm. You have her phone number.
Yeah, I know, I do.
You can call her whenever you want.
It's about the first... Well, not true. Because I don't know who wakes up when exactly. So I'll wait maybe like an hour before calling her.
Okay. Wait for sundown?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else you wanted to do tonight?
Real quick like that. Would have probably checked in on Alexander.
You know exactly when Alexander gets up because, you've known each other for 44 years now.
Oh yeah, like clockwork. I know exactly when he's about to wake up, so I'm gonna go knock on his door 5 minutes prior.
Of course, this is...
You up?
I am now.
You're still mad?
About?
Well, I don't know. You looked pissy for the past couple weeks.
I mean... Would one really blame me?
Yep.
Well, then.
I mean, to each their own.
Yes. True, but at the same time, we really shouldn't be running around diablerizing our own kind.
I needed to send a message, and I think the message was sent, and probably will be received soon.
I certainly hope that that message doesn't come back to bite any of us in the ass.
Well, I can handle myself. You know that.
I do.
Why is there a love song playing?
You'll have to talk to someone else about that.
Auden, turn the music off.
Make me! I'm trying to transcend here.
Ever since she's taken that blood, as I was saying, I just hope that none of this falls ill on anyone else for your actions. I mean, I'm sure once the Chestercar or anyone else finds out about what's been done, that's going to cause some problems.
Yeah. I've been mulling it over. And I think it's a whole bunch of bullshit from the elders. When you think about it, they made it illegal and they made it this big a sin because they're afraid that the younger vampires are gonna get fed up of the rule and just get rid of them permanently. I wouldn't be surprised to see that many of the elders have diablerized others at some point in their own life.
Oh, I'm certain they have.
So,
I mean, you live that long, you have to do something to break up the monotony. Look, I don't approve, and you know that, but it's none of my concern other than whether or not it's going to fall back on me. But that's fine. I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed.
Worst kind.
You mean you don't feel any different, do you?
no, I don't.
Well, that's good. Proves you were the stronger one, then.
Well, yeah.
Just try to be careful.
Well, don't worry. So you're gonna come out of your room eventually?
Yes. Should probably get my things together. I'll be down in a few.
Alright.
Oh, good. You guys are both here. By the way, if the lights are flickering and you hear a ghost yelling, it's the hot professor. He's gone crazy.
I don't hear ghosts.
Perfect.
Pretty sure you're the only one that can hear the ghost.
All right, then. Nothing happened and nothing's wrong. Glad you're out of your room. Ish. Talk it out.
Auden's just turning up the love songs. It's a lot of Al Green.
Al Green.
Any,
But
anything that implies like kiss and makeup kinds of things, it's basically just a curated list of like, baby, I'm sorry, come home, I love you still. Just anything to like.
At some point in the middle of this, does If You Don't Know Me By Now start playing?
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Full on Yeah, okay. I can see that. It's a good list. But, so Alexander's dealing with his issues. Sid, you wanted to call Eva?
Yep.
Where are you doing this from? And which phone are you using?
My own.
Your cell phone?
No,
or
my
your,
rotary phone.
Your big old rotary phone. Okay. So in your office.
Yeah.
Very important question. Does Sid kick his heels up on the desk and lean back in the swirly chair with
Well,
the
of
phone?
course.
Of course. Of course he does. We needed the image. Complete.
Yeah. And I think on the far wall there's a dartboard. And while he's talking on the phone, he has a habit of throwing darts at it.
The only thing missing is the highball glass with whiskey on the rocks.
Yeah, because I don't drink whiskey anymore.
Oh, sad day.
Just put some blood in a highball. Come on.
Yeah, no, but that's what I like. That's what would probably be there now, but not whiskey. Like it's like one tiny detail off of how he was when he was human.
So the phone rings twice, and there is an immediate answer of, "Good evening, Sid. How are you?"
Never felt better.
I hear your dining habits have changed.
Good.
Don't get indigestion.
No, but I think it'll either incurs the Sabbat wrath or, well, it's gonna piss off a lot of people, and that's what I was going for.
There are definitely people who are not happy with you.
I bet.
Not currently me, though. What did you need?
Figured you wouldn't be, unhappy. I want to talk to you about the Suleiman.
An asshole. But some of his party were a little bit fun.
I want to know everything you know about the Suleiman. I think we're going to meet them at some point, or I don't know. Their name is being thrown around a lot.
Suleiman, to my knowledge, is very dead. Like, really dead. But if you want to know a little bit more about how the Ottoman Turks and some strange guests in Vienna had a little bit more authority over others than maybe were expected. I think I'll come visit. Is that all right?
Door's wide open. It's not like it closes anyway.
Oh no, it closes very well. If you don't want people to come in, they do not come in. I will not come in.
Yeah, sure.
If you're having problems maintaining your own door, that is not my fault. Out of curiosity, is your name on the actual building ownership titles?
I don't know. You'd have to ask Alex for that.
All right, I will. But I thank you for your kind invitation.
Yeah, are you one of those people that I need to invite in or some shit?
I'll see you soon. Unless there's something else you needed.
I don't think so.
A pleasure. And she hangs up the phone.
All right. Hey, everyone. Nail down everything you don't want to go missing. There's a Ravnos coming into the house.
Alexander, what is your reaction to that being shouted up the stairs?
Well, she's already been in the house before, hasn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess as long as it's the one we already know about, then it's not as bad. Nothing went missing the first time, so.
Do Auden and Herschel know what Sid's warning was?
I just assume he's being facetious because I'm not really paying attention to what he's saying. I'm still curating my love playlist while also like going through more etiquette things to figure out what to do about my plans to apologize. Because apparently we need some good karma.
Yep. So Herschel, you have no idea?
I nope, I barely pay attention to it. Just like he's shouting something.
Herschel, what are you up to?
So I wake up, went upstairs, told him that the ghost is freaking out. Is anything else happening with him?
You haven't seen the ghost in the last 12 hours or 24 hours since it, went through you into the wall and disappeared. Well, you haven't seen that particular ghost.
That problem will sort itself out, I'm sure. I guess I want to try to analyze more of the data that came off of the thing that was in his head.
You do have the new computer that Sid ordered for you, the pieces being delivered for your dummy setup.
Mm-hmm.
They're upstairs. You can try and analyze the data again, do some more work with that. It's going to be an extended task, so your successes aren't necessarily going to mean you get everything right away.
Mm-hmm.
But the more successes, the faster and the easier it goes.
Actually, I'm gonna go to Auden's room. Well, that brain thing that can wait. I want to do something else.
Okay, you walk upstairs by Sid's office as if you're going further upstairs. Sid would definitely see and smell and know that Herschel is leaving the basement and going upstairs.
I sneak past his room.
Moving on up in the world, I see.
Yeah, I just need to talk to Auden real quick.
Sure.
Auden, you get a knock. Just before there's a knock at your door, there's a creepy feeling that just permeates your room.
It's just the smell.
It's just the smell, isn't it? Like, I definitely smell him. I definitely know it's him. I'm in the middle of, like, currently catfishing some weird pop star on the internet to, like, get a little money out of him for the fun of it because I can. So that's like, what Auden's doing. She's got, like, 3 tabs open on her screens, like, her normal Twitter feed, work, a thing that she was supposed to finish, and this catfishing thing. So she knows he's coming. She's just not going to pay attention.
Knock on the door.
I know you're out there, but like, I don't know if I really want you in my room because the smell permeates.
It goes away after a little bit, I think.
She'll open the door.
Great.
Don't sit on anything. Or you can sit on that. And she points to the trash can that she has turned over. It's empty. There you
I'll
go.
stand. So how's my dating profile coming?
Oh yeah, I was working on that. She flips over from her catfishing thing to. She's got like almost $3,000 out of this guy at this point. So she's looking. All right, so you've had a couple matches. We need to do something about your interests so that it's a little something. but not too much.
You mean just like correcting people on Wikipedia isn't something good to...
No, we need to do something to make you a little more... We probably want to do something to make you a little more appealing to the nightlife because, you know, there's the whole, you're not a day walker. And before you meet any of these people, I feel like you should do something about the smell.
I like long walks in the sewers.
So she just immediately like starts typing and changes it so that it enjoys long reflective walks.
I could talk to ghosts, rats.
Into the paranormal.
I read a lot.
Likes books.
I mean, that's really all I do.
Is this really why you're up here, so you can see your dating profile, or did you need something else?
Nope, that's about it.
Your heart's pretty fickle, huh?
Well, I mean, it's been a couple of weeks since my girlfriend died, so I figure it's time to get another one.
Yeah, I guess. Just pretty bold. What can I put in the music section? She's like, she hears that, she wants to do something about it, but what do you do with that information?
Whatever you listen to. I don't really have a preference. I hear what you play a lot.
Uh-huh. All right. This is going to be... We're going to make some choices, I guess. She immediately starts putting in, like, K-pop bands. Just trust me, it's real in right now.
I'll take your word for that.
Yeah.
So...
Are you...
Is there anything else we need?
No, I think I got everything for you.
Perfect.
Are you sure this isn't too quick after this whole weird heartbreak nonsense you went through?
You know, I'm sure nothing bad will come from this.
Right.
I'm putting good energies out into the world right now.
Oh God, what have you been reading that you're going with those blogs?
Don't worry about it. If you think good thoughts, good things will happen. Probably.
She marks his favorite book as The Secret.
Yeah,
Out
and
of curiosity, just for my edification, which particular dating site have we signed Herschel up for?
Well, his main profile is on Match.com because she figures it's the one with the highest hits, but he's also signed up for Farmers Only, Christian Mingle, and some other weird kink site that she's not totally sure is not like stealing information, but
Clearly because the stinky, disfigured person who smells of the grave will be a perfect candidate for Christian Mingle.
Not only the fact that he also permeates a radiance of evil.
you know, opposites attract.
Perfect.
look,
Hey,
It
baby.
gives someone something to fix.
Auden said that she was up for a challenge.
She did, and the kink site specifically is designed for like people that are into vampire type things and vampire plays. So like, these are candidates that, you know, might be they might be brethren already, or they might just be like weird Twilight fangirls.
How awkward would it be if Herschel matches with someone with true faith?
That would be a problem for Herschel to deal with.
It's not like worse than his ex. So.
I mean,
Oh no, it would
that's true.
it could be a 50-50 proposition on that one. But in the
most
middle,
importantly, you know, she's taking it somewhat seriously. The Christian Mingle one is obviously a joke.
yeah.
But so far he's gotten a lot of hits on Farmers Only.
Okay.
You know, country girls living in the city looking for somebody to connect with. It seems to work so far.
Okay. I'm okay with this. There will be things that come from this. There will be things. But while this wonderful debate set up conversation, this is a conversation, is going on, there is a very firm and loud knock at the door. Just two loud single knocks.
I think Sid's Thief's here. Do you need to nail anything down? I'm pretty sure any of this can be replaced.
Not like we weren't drowning in money.
I just got up to $3,500 by convincing Shia LaBeouf that I'm going to use this money for my education. So, whatever. Money's no object.
I'm gonna go open the door. Because it seems that this is the only person in the whole of New York City that actually knocks before coming into our place.
I mean, at least our place.
Yeah.
I want it duly noted, however, the only person who entered your place who didn't knock was Sabrina.
Leave our delusions alone.
Somber, man. Somber.
I'm just saying. But yes, standing on the door at the doorstep is this woman of medium height, long, dark, curly hair, Persian descent, slightly Eastern, maybe a little bit further east, long, mustard yellow, cape, not a cape, not sweater, but like light over jacket with detailed beading and a little bit of very, very tiny fringe over a white lace jumpsuit with gold accents. And she just smiles at you and waits on the doorstep.
Madam Eva.
Mr. Zimmerman. Good evening.
Evening. You, wait. Is that... like it works for real? You can't come in unless I tell you to enter?
No.
Oh. Oh, it was just politeness. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, come in, come in.
Thank you. And she steps very daintily over the threshold. Almost very precisely, though, as she does it. She doesn't seem to let any of her like the hem of her pants or even her shoes touch the actual threshold itself as she crosses it.
You, well, come into my office.
Yes. Is your associate not joining us?
Are we still arguing about his dating profile upstairs?
You two are. Yeah, but what's Alexander doing?
Oh, I'm here for whatever we're doing. What are we doing, Sid? So
Asking...
why is Eva here?
Oh, so you remember the, Justicar cleaned the house?
I'm aware.
And, our good friend you-know-who is with you-know-who. And he's staying over.
Yes, I believe he's been there a little while.
And my memory's a little fuzzy, but there was talk about the Suleiman.
Yes. I mean, did we ever find anything else out about the Suleiman?
Well, that's why Eva is here.
I see.
You know that the isn't really something that you put in front of Suleiman, it's his name.
Oh, I thought that was like a fancy title.
No, his title was Sultan.
Well, that's just downright insulting.
His name was Suleiman the Magnificent, or so he liked to call himself. Sultan of the Ottoman Empire.
Let me guess, Ventru?
No, human and dead. She
Ah.
says as she enters into the room and sits very, very precisely. But again, she doesn't let anything of hers touch the threshold of the door.
So,
But what in particular about a dead Ottoman Sultan does a gangrel in the Ventru want to know?
didn't he use gangrels in his army?
He did.
Yeah, I'd like to know
Shock
a bit more
troops.
about that.
Story time. I like stories. It's how we learn from the past, right? And their warnings, and we don't let them... If we ignore the warnings and the stories of the past, bad things happen. She kind of takes a second, looks around, and makes that look on your face like you've tasted something really nasty. But you want to know about Suleiman and the gangrel? Or do you want to know about Suleiman the gangrel and how the Tremere stopped them from sacking Vienna?
I mean, I'm more interested in that last bit now that you tell it.
Ah. Lineage problems.
Seems like it.
And you, Mr. Erickson, what is your interest in this?
My interest is how, well, like you mentioned in the latter story, how it pertains to the ability to control, well, Sid and his bloodline, I guess his lineage.
Blood will tell, won't it?
That's what we're told.
So, story time then. Then I will think to you. It was centuries ago. The 16th century. You have the Ottoman Turks pushing against the, well, Vienna. It's the Holy Roman Empire and the Poles and the Prussians are pushing against the Ottoman Turks. The city is the furthest point of westward expansion for Suleiman's great empire. And he uses some, well, interesting troops in his push west. Gangrels, lupines, others with more esoteric and dark abilities. My people stayed out of it. You know. It was better for everyone. Many cities had fallen to this combination of using gangrels and lupines as shock troops. They didn't get along, but somehow Suleiman was able to force them to take that aggression not out on each other, but on the poor, unsuspecting villages and cities and farms in his path. And then comes Vienna, the jewel on the Danube. and home to Clan Tremere. Fuck them.
I'll drink to that.
Oh, are you offering?
Oh, you want? Yeah, sure. Give me a moment. You want vegan or regular?
I don't know that I can trust anyone who doesn't eat their full diet.
It's a kid's thing.
And as you walk out, she turns to Alexander and says, has he had any other issues with his diet other than, the very obvious problems he currently has?
Him? No. No, he's quite well at sticking to most of his diet. It's the young ones.
I mean, he's a little bit on the cheating and not really eating things that he shouldn't be eating.
Well, he's expanding his palate, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So, she waits briefly until you return with the non-vegan blood.
Yeah.
So you have. She's very graceful in her acceptance. She takes it. How do you hand it to her?
In a wine glass.
Ooh, very nice. She starts swirling the glass in her hand as she talks, and she's not swirling it from the stem, but she's doing this as she holds it, swirling it from the actual mouth of the glass.
Mm-hmm.
I thank you for your hospitality. It's a good sign. But the Tremere decide they do not like Suleiman attempting to sack the city. They do not like that the gangrel are going to be used to sack this city. They don't particularly care for the lupine, but they're not really concerned about them either. They are lupine, after all. Fun for brief instances, and then that's about it. Easily broken, easily left behind. But our story is about Tremere and Gangrel, and a particular lineage of Gangrel in one sense. I do not know for certain. I was not there. All I know is the story that came to me. A Tremere ghoul, one of their young apprentices, not yet turned, but still learning the mystic arts at the time. One of their servants who could walk in the daylight was sent to infiltrate the encampment of the Ottomans, find a gangrel, hopefully one of authority, and using both magecraft and bloodcraft, horrible things to happen.
Like, how horrible? Ah. Deirdre?
Storyteller is gone.
Your storyteller had to answer a particular call from someone else. Outside world does intervene, even when the storyteller is trying to be enthralling. And yes, Suleiman Gangrel Tremere, Tremere
Said something horrible.
Yes, magecraft and
Magecraft, yeah.
bloodcraft. Using silver and vine and blood. Bound the gangrel and all who come from them, to the service of one lineage of Tremere. A modification on a blood bond, if you were. One way. As far as I am aware, that particular Tremere bloodline, limited, although it's still around. The Gangrels, well, this particular apprentice got very lucky in the gangrel that he chose. He was tied by blood to all of the ones that Suleiman was going to use. Not that he had that many, but 20 gangrel released on a city is still 20 gangrel released on a city, no?
Yes.
I don't believe more than 3 of the gangrel survived the assault. They ripped themselves apart, it was said. Opposing orders meant that they could not fight either for Suleiman or against him, and became unfortunate prey for the lupines. It was a mess. And then there were the cannons, so you know, there's that.
Oh, that could explain a few things.
Stuck with some lineage problems.
Yeah, talk about being lucky.
Hmm. Who's using wedding magic?
Wedding magic. Ugh. Yeah, Alex, we got a,
Oh, you had the wedding? How come I did
No.
not know? I would have brought a gift. I couldn't. I'm so sorry. I should have brought a gift.
There's been no wedding.
Oh. Well, that's not fun. Weddings are most fun.
Swear to Cain,
I've had
I am
12.
going to kill everyone that says wedding in my vicinity. We
That
got
seems a mite aggressive.
You're not the first, and I don't believe you'll be the last.
Child. Killing everyone who ever mentions a wedding.
No, my wedding.
Ugh. What's the big deal? I've had 12. They're fun.
I ain't had one. Everybody believes that I have.
Alexander, you haven't had a wedding yet?
No. And I don't plan on having one.
Well, you know, to each their own. But who's doing wedding magic if you haven't had the wedding?
I don't know, we got a package. Yeah, Alex, we got a package. 2 wedding rings. You might not want to put them on.
I don't have any plans to do so. Who the hell sends... Who... I'm assuming we don't know who sent this.
No, we don't. No, we do. We do. Sorry, who was it again?
Remember this letter was signed Heinrich Schliemann.
The hell is Heinrich Schliemann?
How'd you spell Schlumen?
Or Schliemann, sorry. Heinrich Schliemann. You don't have any... He's not in your... You know that he's from Vienna, and he's the one who signed the letter.
Yeah. But, well, how do you spell his last name?
German spelling questions. Schliemann. S-C-H-L-I-E-N-M-E-I-N. Yes, Schliemann. He sent it from Vienna, a very, very formalized letter in Latin, congratulating you, the two, Mr.
I want to read the letter. Yeah.
The letter was they took to Rebecca to get translated, but you also have a second piece of paper. Do you hand him the letter?
Yeah, I want to read. I'm insisting to read the letter.
Yeah. Read it.
Alexander reads Latin.
Okay, good. Because the page underneath is the bad Google Translate that Herschel did. It opens and it's addressed to Mr. Zimmerman Erickson and Mr. Erickson Zimmerman, congratulating you on your nuptials and hoping that you have all of the blessings and joys that Cain and the night can bring upon you for eternity.
I'll look at Sid. I know Sid's not responsible, but I'm going to look at Sid. What in the actual hell is this?
I don't know.
And it's signed Heinrich Schleiman.
Are they responsible?
The kids.
Well, mainly Auden. This seems like a very Auden thing to do.
Auden doesn't even know Latin. And she would never use, like, some German dude to do this. If she was going to do it, she would do it directly.
Yeah, what she said.
Also, definitely has wedding planning stuff on one of her many windows.
I think it's I think it's the Tremere.
Really?
Some sort of sick joke on their part.
Tremere are moving up in the world. If who sent it?
Heinrich Schleiman.
Oh, the dick.
Wow, everyone knows him but me.
I'm not familiar with this gentleman, so
You're
not alone.
He's a Prussian. That should tell you everything you need to know about him. And he's got, Prussian tastes and things. And Prussian prejudices against people. But he is of some authority within the Chancery in Vienna and has some authority in that city. And he doesn't like me in particular, but that's just his personal failings.
God, well, throw that box in the trash and get it out of the house.
What did what box? I mean, I know the rings are going to be wedding magic, but what's in what's the box?
What all came? Was it just rings, or?
That was a music box. Plays a very insulting song.
Well, that's just rude.
Any in particular?
Wagner.
Oh. Yeah, he did have an unhealthy obsession with that.
It's the joke that never dies, I guess, huh?
Wagner?
No, the fact that people seem to think that Sid and I are going to be married.
You've committed to each other for an extended period of time. I don't think that's when it's going to go away. Now, admittedly, sometimes the weddings can just be beneficial and you don't have to do anything afterwards. Like I said, I've been married 12 times. 5 are still among the undead. And she kind of gets this look on her face like she's remembering something else, and then just kind of shakes her head and goes, anyways. So yes, Tremere bound gangrel with blood and vine and silver.
And how does one break this bond?
Break the bond? I assume you'd have to kill all the Tremere that are blood-bound to it. Good luck with that one. I mean, theoretically, somebody else might be able to... I guess it would be a curse? Could it be a curse? I don't know. I don't do that kind of stuff. You want me to mess with somebody's head? I can have lots of fun with that.
That shouldn't be necessary.
Oh, but sometimes it's the most fun. You know?
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. Like I said, messing with people's heads is fun. Almost as much fun as I'm going to have at this festival tonight. I love a good festival. Anything else you needed to know?
No, I think I'm good. I know who I have to contact for the other answers.
Good luck. Oh, yes. Just a professional word of advice, Sid. There is still technically a Justicar in the city, and you do really stink of diablerie.
Yep.
Yes, unlike Herschel, you can't bathe that smell off.
Yep.
I don't think Herschel can bathe his off either.
I don't think he's ever tried. You're probably right.
I am, actually. I wonder, though. She kind of looks between the two of you. I wonder when it comes. If you'll hold to each other, or let the tide separate you and carry you away. Have a pleasant evening. I have a party to attend. So many kind, so many foods. Wines in the streets. It's a party. And she begins to saunter out the door.
Bye-bye.
She's quite pleasant.
Yep.
Can the two of you make me a perception alertness roll?
Certainly.
Is it hearing based?
We'll say you can use it.
So what's the difficulty?
6.
Okay, so 4.
It's
in that
not
case.
about difficulties, but
No, but it's because of how I would lower it because of acute hearing. I got 8 successes.
Sid,
My God.
yeah. Sid, glancing around, you realize that, well, a couple pens off your desk are missing. One silver ball, fountain pen. And the box itself.
The music box?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it looks like she left with the box.
She did leave something as well on your desk.
What was that?
A record.
Oh, shit.
Is it Sinatra?
Yes, this one is Sinatra. Sinatra at the Sands.
Quite nice. Shall I fire up the Victrola?
Yeah, sure.
Should I have Elizabeth pick you up some earmuffs or something? I mean, do you think that would help?
Well, no. First, it's... I want to hear it. See if I fall asleep again.
All right. Anything else missing from the room?
Pens.
You really weren't kidding about nailing everything down.
I know, right?
Well. Were the rings in the music box or in another box with the music box?
They were
inside the box.
They were inside the music box.
Ah, good. Then good riddance. Well, let's fire up the Victrola and see what we have. So we'll put the record on and start to play.
And you hear the soothing sounds and tones of Frank Sinatra at the Sands, live from the Sands. All of the songs are ones you recognize. No uncommon Italian songs that are different. But Sid, can you roll me 46 or 4010, excuse me?
Yes. Do I re-roll the 10 or?
Yes, you can re-roll the 10.
There we go.
Okay. It's odd. It's like that feeling that you want to say something, but it's right on the tip of your tongue and you don't know what it is. There's just something there about this album in particular. And the only thing that you really recognize is the third song on the album is the same as the album, as the song that you underlined on the other album, the earlier album from Frank, the Songs for Young Lovers, side B, song 3.
Wait, repeat that. Song for Young Lovers?
Songs for Young Lovers.
Uh-huh.
The album, the side B, track 3, or no, side A, track 2, The Girl Next Door. And you recall that it was on that was the album that Eckhart left for you. That had that song heavily underlined. But the Sinatra at the Sands is that same song again, The Girl Next Door.
Okay. But it doesn't do anything to me.
Doesn't do anything to you. There's just something on the tip of your tongue that you can't quite recall. Alexander.
Yes.
Can you roll me manipulation or charisma empathy?
Charisma, empathy. Yes. Empathy. And difficulty 6.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
No. Not at all.
You're really enjoying Frank. Sounds really good. Where was Alexander in 1956?
Would have been working in New York at the time.
Happening place.
New York in the 50s? Oh, yeah.
Lots of fun. Just calls to mind that brief period of New York in the 50s.
And I'll look at Sid just to see if he's nodded off or anything.
Nope, Sid's fine.
That's good. Anything?
Oh, I don't know. Let me rephrase that. I don't know if Sid's fine or not.
Anything at all? No
I don't
naps?
No, but something's bugging me.
Something's bugging you.
Song reminds me of something, but I don't know what.
That's probably Herschel up to no good.
What does he have to do with the song?
I mean, when is Herschel ever up to any good?
You really give him too little credit.
It's a bad influence on Auden. Well, if nothing is leaping out at you, I'll stop the record.
Yeah, all right.
And I'll just stop the needle, but leave the record on the Victrola.
Auden and Herschel, what have the two of you been up to?
Hopefully staring at a nanny cam in their room.
I'm pretty sure Herschel would have suggested it as soon as they set up their meeting. They would have logged in. Totally just like creepily watching it.
Yeah, they totally have some issues they need to work out.
Yeah. Hey, maybe that Eva's your next girlfriend type, you know, since she kind of fits your standard lady.
She seemed pretty controlling, manipulative.
Yep.
That's my type.
Yes, I gathered as much.
And
Maybe
she
we
can
should
take
get you...
all my stuff.
I
Except
think
the
that's...
computer.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, I think we're just watching them and like commenting.
Is there popcorn involved?
There would be, but I don't know if Herschel eats food. I know Auden can eat normal food.
So Auden has popcorn, Herschel does not.
There you go.
So how do we get him to put on those rings?
Oh, I don't know if that's the way to get this wedding happening.
Maybe so, like randomly, like send them flowers from the other one, or
Yeah, I think we got a much ado about nothingness and just start writing them love letters back and forth for each other.
Which one is Beatrice and which one is Benedict?
Oh, that's up for debate. I think Sid might be the Benedict, but we don't know yet. More importantly, that might have to happen, but I think those rings are probably bad news. Probably don't want to use those.
So are you gonna go to the festival tonight, Auden?
Oh, I was thinking about it. It looks like it could be entertaining. You know, get some observations. Are you going to go?
Oh yeah, totally.
You're gonna not wear this. And she just sort of gestures vaguely at him.
What's wrong with this? My gray stained robes and gray sweatpants.
I just think this is a good time to dress up a little bit, you know?
Dress up.
Like the date outfit that I gave you. Do that. Who knows? Maybe tonight's the night you meet the next Mrs. Manipulative.
Oh my goodness, you're right.
And he can go because he's not technically repulsed by holy items. Just a beacon of the unholy going to a religious festival. I'm appreciating the irony of this. But I want to flash to somewhere else for a moment. And focus in on a apartment, penthouse, overlooking the East River. A woman's hand reaches out, picks up a glass, swirls it, drinks, puts it down, presses a phone sitting on the table next to her, and starts to ring. Alexander, your phone is ringing.
I'll check the phone. Who's calling?
Veronique.
Yes, my dear.
Do Are you aware, Monsieur Erickson, of exactly how long it has been since I got to play like this?
No, I'm not. I'm sure it's been a while.
Ugh. A while is a very short term for it, but yes. I have a present for you and your dear associate.
That seems to be the norm these days. What, may I ask, do you have?
Well, somebody asked to make sure that they had the rights to ensure that when this poor unfortunate soul was no longer to remain among the unliving, that they helped end it.
And I'm assuming that time has come?
Oui, c'est vrai.
I'm sure Sid will be more than happy to hear that.
Call me when you get here. I'll have somebody let you in. And she hangs up the phone. And we just pan the camera and see her kind of negligently tap the phone off again and stare out, overlooking the East River.
And we're gonna go on break. All right, everyone, we will be right back. Stick around, 5 to 10 minutes. Go grab a drink, and we'll be back amongst the unliving very, very soon. Hello, we are back. -1 Alexander Erickson, who had to leave for IRL things.
So, Alexander would have relayed to you, Sid, that Veronique called
Yep.
and invited you to deal with a problem, shall we say.
Okay.
You did, want to do that.
Yes. So, I gotta go and visit. I'm gonna stop trying to make the voice because it doesn't work with my throat right now.
Yeah, don't.
I'm gonna stop and go see, Veronique. Anyone wants to come with? We have to deal with a Sabbat bishop.
Well, that sounds fun and all, but Herschel and I kind of wanted to go to the festival.
Knock yourselves out.
Cool. Have fun with Veronique.
Sweet. I never liked her anyway.
Yeah, she's not really Herschel's type, so we're gonna go get him a Catholic girl.
What?
You know,
Bye, Dad. Have fun.
don't do anything we wouldn't do. We're just walking out the door.
Which isn't much.
So, Sid, you're going to let the two neonates go to a kind festival without any observation?
Yep.
Cool.
Hashtag best dad.
That works. That works. All of this right here is Little Italy. The festival that you're currently talking about or being discussed is the San Gennaro Festival. And it literally shuts down Mott Street from Canal all the way to Houston. And it's just 8 blocks of street food and vendors and music and people, and on the side streets there are carnival games and rides, and you haven't lived until you've been on a Ferris wheel in a lower Manhattan side street that's just in the middle of the street, and you could almost reach out and touch the 6th-story apartment window next to you. And there are lights and people and music and, periodically there is the announcement from the festival organizers about a procession that will be happening about 9 o'clock. They'll be coming from the church. They'll be processing with the Virgin. Anyone who wishes to make donations, be prepared. And all of tonight's donations are going to support the Catholic high school in Harlem. Bring out your wallets. We're supporting the kid. We're supporting the school.
Damn, do you have cash on you? I don't carry cash anymore. You think they take Venmo?
Maybe Cash App.
Ooh, yeah, that might be a thought. Or, and then she kind of reaches into her pockets a little bit, and there's like a crumpled $5 bill that's probably been in there since the 90s. Yeah, this works. What do they need?
Cool. I love this image of the two of you on the side of Mott Street in Mulberry, just looking at this and watching as this large procession begins. And you have a couple guys in suits with a loudspeaker in their hands who are leading the procession. There are 2 brass bands playing one at the front and one at the back. So they're like separated by 2 blocks. But they're offsetting when they're playing for each other. The first brass band is starting up, and it's starting, He's not Italian, but he's close enough. We forgive him for this one small flaw in his perfection. Starting with Sweet Caroline by Neil Diamond. Some people are like, hey, you're New Yorkers. Isn't that the wrong song to be playing? Isn't this the wrong city? That should be Boston. And they're like, no, we're all Mets fans anyways. True story, actually. You have a very interesting group of people all hanging out. A couple of the seniors from the Harlem Catholic High School have come down and are leading the procession, and they look very nice in their suits. Well, not suits because it's too hot for that, but it's their pleated slacks, gray or khaki, and then their polo shirts, and with their badges of the school, and they're the flag bearers for the event. Everybody's getting into it. It's a lot of fun. I love this festival. It's one of my favorites. But Sid, you're going uptown to 41st and 1st Avenue, 42nd and 1st, 43rd and 1st Avenue, 43rd and 1st Avenue. How are you going?
He will be going on foot.
Walking?
Yep.
Okay. Taking your time or just
taking my
striding with
time.
purpose?
I mean, it's not like Kodo was going to go anywhere, so.
No. So it may take you 30, maybe 45 minutes, maybe an hour, depending on how much you meander to go from Houston Street to 43rd Street. Crosstown and uptown. You're taking some time. What are you doing when you get there to the hotel? Walk up to the front door, or are you going in through the back?
No, I'd walk up to the front door. Take the... receptionist
nods at you. Do you stop or just keep going? Go straight to the...
I go straight. I mean, I know where I'm going. We're going to the penthouse.
Mm-hmm. Alexander is accompanying you, but he's not... He's being a little quiet about it at the moment.
Cool.
You're going straight to the penthouse?
Yeah.
The door opens. The elevator door opens into the penthouse, the little vestibule in front of the penthouse suite. Alexander knocks firmly. The door kind of opens of its own accord. It's dark. The lights are off. But you can still see because of the lights of the city. The shades have been pulled back in this large, expansive view of the East River. And seated in a armchair, in front of this large, expansive view, staring at the door, looking at you, two of you, is Veronique Montbéliard in a very red Yves Saint Laurent dress. Her legs short dress, cocktail length. Her legs crossed at the knees, a small table next to her, and a wine glass that she's kind of holding in her hands. Just looking at you as you come in.
Hey.
Monsieur Zimmerman, Monsieur Erickson.
So where's our present?
Over there. She points to the door to your right.
Nice.
Out of care. Please make sure that you clean up any mess that you leave behind.
Yeah, we'll do.
There's almost silence in this space. There's no one else here that you can see or hear. Can you roll me perception alertness?
Yes. Whoop. Perception alertness.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
Well, no, it would be 2 because you didn't lower your difficulty.
Why? Oh, was it listen?
You could have used, yeah.
No, I'm gonna use my eyes with like 2 successes.
Okay. It's dark in here. The lights are off. That you.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. You have your powerful eyes that you can turn on as you desire. And you see that this room was a bedroom, but it seems to have been stripped of furniture. The carpet area rug has been rolled up and set to the side. And there's just a figure kind of hunched, huddled in the middle of the room.
Hello, Kodo.
There doesn't seem to be a response.
Does he look staked in any way?
Nope. He just looks... If you move his head, his eyes are glazed over slightly. And... Can you roll me perception empathy?
Ooh. First time I'm gonna roll that.
Yeah.
Oh, probably not because it was already written on my sheet, so I must have rolled it before. What's
I mean,
the
it's
difficulty?
technically 6. Perception empathy is the insight roll in this game.
I get fuck all.
You are not very empathetic to this particular individual.
No. No, I couldn't care less about him.
His eyes are glazed. He's not meeting yours.
Can you talk?
He kind of coughs for a moment.
Great. Alex, I think I forgot to bring something.
Oh? What?
A steak.
You have claws.
Yeah, but if I want to bring him into torpor, I need to stake him.
Why do you need to bring him into torpor? Where are you taking him? Don't you just want it done?
Yeah, but I thought about it on the way here, and I think it would make the prince really happy to have a little present. You know, the Sabbat bishop who tried to bring the Inquisition into her city.
So we're bringing a present to the prince.
Why not?
Which means we're going to see the prince.
Yep. That might excuse my state.
I'm sure if we ask, Veronique has a stake.
Scott is in chat. I'm gonna get out of the room. Ask Veronique, is there a wooden table leg or chair leg or something I could use to stake the guy?
Well, I have 4 right over there. Sorry guys, I'm getting stuck. There are 4 right over there. And you'll see laid out on the sideboard table this kind of very nice marble-topped wooden antique Victorian styling table. on a silk piece of like white cloth 4 stakes of various sizes and woods, and one is silver tipped.
I take the biggest that's not silver tipped.
Uh,
The one that looks
probably.
like it'll hurt the most.
so
Because we all know
large.
girth is important.
Mhm. As long as you use it correctly. You, it's ebony, hardwood, old, polished almost.
Good. Taking that. I'll borrow that, Veronique. I'll bring it back. If I
That
don't,
is
the
good.
prince is gonna have it.
That's good. It is older than you are.
And I'm gonna come back into the room, twirl the stake in my hand.
At that, his eyes meet yours, but still there's no vocal response. There's fear in his face.
Good. And I'll carefully approach him because I'm still expecting him to jump at me or do some sort of like La Sombra magic shit. And I'm gonna shove the stake in his heart.
Can you roll me brawl brawl?
Yeah, brawl in what?
Strength brawl? Strength brawl.
Strength brawl.
This isn't about being dexterous. This is just about how much force you'd use to break somebody's
Yeah.
sternum.
I'm also
with a piece
gonna
of wood.
spend a point of willpower to get an extra success.
Okay.
Difficulty.
Just 5.
Difficulty 5? Alright. 6 successes.
7.
No, 6.
You spent
Oh,
a
7
point
with
of
the will. Yeah.
It takes a brief moment, and you shove this large piece of sharpened wood into his sternum. Have you staked someone before, Sid?
No. I've been on stakeouts, but I've never staked someone before.
That he
What?
can remember.
That he can remember.
Yeah, I might have staked like 500 people when I was back in LA, but I don't know that.
Question for Sid then.
Yes.
Doing this, performing this,
Yes.
how does it make you feel?
Staking him?
Mm-hmm.
Satisfied.
Cool. Good to know. Alexander kind of looks at you as like, okay, we've staked him. Now what are you going to do with it?
Bring him with us.
So you want me to call the car?
Well, yeah, why else would you be here?
I wonder that sometimes myself, Sid, and then I remember. Okay. He calls for the car. He says it'll be about 10 minutes. I'm gonna check in on the kids for a second. Could you roll me perception alertness, difficulty 8?
Both of us?
Sure.
Good luck, Godden.
Would it be worth me burning a point of willpower just in case? No, here we go. Can I burn that point of willpower just for one?
Usually you have to say that you're doing it in advance, but I will let you use.
It's
But
fine.
I will let
We
you.
can go with the consequences. It's fine.
Auden, you are enthralled by the music, the sights, the sounds, the fun that is Little Italy in the middle of San Gennaro. All of the small Italian restaurants that are usually all along Mulberry Street have built out covered seating outside. They all have special menus, and there are guys saying, "Hey, you want to come and eat dinner? Hey, Nonna's is having the special. You want?" There's a guy down the street yelling about gelato, and the Ferraras has got 6 different guys running a line that's 12 people deep for cannolis. There are 14 you can see in just a 3-block radius stands of guys selling zeppoli and pizza fritte. And there are apparently a determining factor of the best pizza fritte and zeppoli is the age of the person manning the fryer. Because if they're under the age of 60, don't go there. They need to be older than that. And you're just enthralled in the atmosphere that is San Gennaro. Herschel, with 2 successes, there's something nagging at the back of your mind. There's just, you think somebody's following you, but every time you turn around and look around, you can't see anyone, you can't hear anything.
Auden, do you notice anything weird?
Yeah, I notice there's no cannoli in my hand right now. I'll be right back.
All right. I'll just a little bit more wary, but obviously I can't see anything else than what I see, but just a little bit more on alert, but not like I'll probably push the feeling away. It's probably nothing.
Oh man, Herschel, you're gonna want to try this cannoli. It's to die for. Wait,
I'd probably just throw up everywhere.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. It's so good. She immediately takes a photo of it and sends it out on her normal, eating it first.
Vitally important question for the audience at home. Is Auden a traditional shell or chocolate shell cannoli fan?
Traditional.
Okay.
She knows better.
You can have the chocolate dipped shells. Those are good.
Yeah, but she wants to know the traditional. You don't know where the good stuff is until you've had the traditional.
This is true. This is all very true. You're enjoying the nightlife that is the city at a festival. Nominally religious.
Yeah, I mean, they're Catholic, so how hardcore are they going to be?
The old Italians? Some, extremely. But they open the street to everyone and everyone's coming, so it's a big old party feel.
Exactly.
Enjoyable.
I watched The Sopranos back in the day. Aun's definitely
Yeah. Tear.
Herschel, relax. This is we get to be out of the house without worrying about if Sid and Alex are fighting for once. I don't remember the last time I actually enjoyed being outside. I suggest we do the same.
I guess it has been a while since we went outside without the intent to murder, rescue.
Exactly.
Somebody.
When was the last time you just left the house without some ulterior motive or a blood bond or whatever?
Never.
She puts her hand on his shoulder and says, "And we got a party." Starts immediately, she's just immediately looking for some kind of fair ride or dumb game that they can play. She is going hard in the paint for this.
Mm-hmm.
It's not hard to find. There are a bunch of carnival hawkers talking about various, games. The water gun balloon expansion, win this prize. Herschel,
Mm-hmm.
you know that feeling you had about being watched, about how there was just somebody watching you?
Yeah.
As you go to turn down this side alley, follow Auden to this carnival game,
Mm-hmm.
you feel something hit you in the back of your ribs. Like a really big baton that kind of takes you out.
Herschel, look, it's one of those things where you have to get the ring on the. Herschel? What?
Am I kind of like shout, or am I?
I mean, you can roll me a dex dodge to avoid getting your jaw broken, which is going to be the next step here. Well, gagged or jaw broken. One of those two things will happen.
What's difficulty?
7, because you've been injured and you're on the ground.
That's about right.
It happens in a flash. This baton comes out and knocks you right in the back of the ribs, knocks the wind out of you. You hit the ground. All of a sudden, there's darkness as your head hits the cement ground of, cobblestone, actually. There's a lot of mix of cobblestone and brick and various other things. Your head hits the ground. Something gets shoved in your mouth. You have one last chance to try and get away before they handcuff you and get you out of here.
Am I aware of any of this, or am I just like looking around for Herschel and seeing nothing?
You're looking around for Herschel and seeing nothing, unfortunately.
Shit.
They are very good at what they do.
Let's see. So, what are my options?
Well, you have a gag in your mouth, you've got somebody with a knee in your back, and you've got 0 breath.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do before they, truss you up like a turkey?
I mean, I'm not entirely sure. Let me think. Looking at the character sheet here. I mean, I don't think I have anything in Obfuscate that could help as far as like teleport. No, I got nothing.
So you want to try that Dex dodge again?
Yeah, yeah.
Or do you want to try dodge? Do you want to try Dex brawl? What would you like? You can try.
Dex dodge. I'll try to roll away.
Okay.
And how many points of willpower can I burn?
How many do you have?
All of them.
I mean, remembering that willpower comes back, and your willpower comes back effectively every day.
Mm-hmm.
So you are full willpower. So you want to burn all 10 of your willpower to get away?
I'll burn 5 of them.
Okay, so that gives you 5 automatic successes, and roll your Dex dodge.
Difficulty
7, because there are multiple targets and they are pinned you to the ground. 8 successes for you. Let's see how they do. No, you manage to get away and roll to the side and kind of pick yourself up.
Mm-hmm.
You can see that there are 5 figures surrounding you, or attempting to surround you. You've managed to kind of roll out of the way of them. They are all armed in some manner, and they are all...
What do they look like? Do they look like vampires or like religious people, or...
Right now, what they really look like are guys in tack suits.
Oh, Jesus.
And They aren't carrying any insignia. Well, you can roll me perception alertness to see if you can see if they have any insignia that you can notice, but it doesn't seem to be.
Mhm.
They haven't said anything. They haven't.
That was perception alertness.
Yep, 5 successes for the perception alertness. And one more D10. 6 successes for perception alertness. They don't look like vampires that you're familiar with, or not anyone you know. They're moving very fast and very coordinated. And you get the glint of a small silver necklace, maybe a cross at the throat of the guy with the baton who's coming to hit you across the face. I'm going to assume by this point you've spit the gag out because, 8 successes to get away.
Yeah. Well, now that nobody's like directly on top of me, can I use Vanish from the Mind's Eye?
Yes, you can. If I recall correctly, they still have they get a roll to see if they can track you.
I have to roll Charisma Stealth versus Wits Alertness.
Ooh, okay. I'm almost sorry.
Charisma Stealth, and then can I burn the rest of my 5 willpower on this?
5 automatic successes for this.
Oh, that's so much.
It's totally worth it. Charisma Stealth, blah blah blah. With 3 or fewer. Okay, let's roll it.
8 successes. Let's see how they do. With their 3, you vanish for a moment. A brief moment, but you can see them looking around. They know that you were here, and they know that you vanished. Now, here's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately for you, you're still creepy as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And a beacon of the unholy. So you have about 1 round before they find you again.
Oh, I mean, game plan is to just like run back into the crowd of people and just try to make my way anywhere outside of the festival. Like basically trying to like get outside of the festival, maybe like make my way down into the sewers and then like go home. Like that would be game plan.
Okay. Are you trying to tell Auden any of this? Do you let Auden know what's going on?
How far away is she?
I mean, you can glance around, and from what your perception alertness, I will let previous one roll. I will let you know definitely that she's less than 20 feet from you.
I don't want to shout. So, I mean, if I get a chance, I'll try to send her a text, like, go home now.
Okay. Can you roll me a Dex Athletics? See how fast you can get out of there?
Dex Athletics.
Or nimbly you get out of there, I should say. You're making your way out. Probably easier to go east-west than it is north-south and just try and get out of the crush of the crowd. You might take a couple. Your best bet is probably to head to the Spring Street station, which is here, and try and get through the subways. Auden, Herschel has left you alone.
Do I have his text yet?
Not yet.
It's probably moving really slow with all the people in the area.
Probably. That's kind of freaky. I have no idea where he went, but
nope.
Well, this went from being a good time to a not so good one. So I think she's gonna like try to she's gonna like observe around for him, but then she's gonna try to figure out a way to get the hell out of there.
You can roll me perception alertness.
I can. You know what I'm not good at? Perception alertness. And I think in this case, I will preempt this and definitely burn a point of willpower just so I have something just in case.
So you have 1 automatic success. Ooh. 4 successes.
This is what I finally do well.
4
Okay.
successes. You do not see Herschel at all. You do, however, see 6 guys who are moving very coordinated through the crowd. There's just something off about them.
Okay.
They make your, like, maybe not your vampire sense, but your girl alone in the city sense ping.
I think I'm going to use my Daughters of the Cacophony power, and I'm going to use the missing voice to sort of make it sound like she's going to try to do a Herschel imitation so that it sounds like it's coming from like 30 feet behind where they are. So like the opposite direction of where they're all looking to like kind of see if it gets their attention.
Okay.
And then she's going to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, throwing the missing voice, throwing your voice, that's easy to do. That's something that you have been practicing a little bit at home?
Yeah, a little bit. Which I'm sure is gone. It's so much fun to live with that.
I mean, messing around with Herschel's voice and throwing that around the house has been quite entertaining, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure. Alex did love it.
Very true. You manage to throw your voice, and you notice 2 of the figures break off and look like they're following it for a moment, but it gives you a brief moment to disappear into the crowd.
Yeah, I'm definitely taking that. And I will try to text Herschel and just be like, well, this is turning bad. We need to get home. I don't know where you went, but we gotta go.
Herschel, you probably get a text from Auden just about the time you hit the platform at the Spring Street station.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, without stopping moving, like spelling mistakes and all, I'll just be like on my way home.
Meet you there.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
good.
I was alive when T9 was around. Like I can text without looking at it.
That's
Yeah.
the thing.
Totally. That's fine, because the other option was one more of my magic new powers, which is you can hear my voice basically anywhere you are. Right?
Oh, God.
Focus on it. But I'm not going to do that because I think Auden knows she has this power, but she's just like, I'm not going to use it.
So Auden, you're leaving?
Yeah, I am dodging through the streets to get back home.
Okay.
I'm trying very hard to not draw any attention to myself.
So are you being stealthy or?
Yeah, probably would be a good idea in this case.
Roll me that dex stealth.
Except this I might actually be better at. Two successes.
Two successes. You don't think that anyone noticed you moving in and out of the crowd. You look just like any other person who's hanging out at the festival. You know, all those college kids who come down from NYU who think it's just a big old drunk fest, and it's not.
Oh, and you know, I've got that whole blush of health, so I definitely just look like a normal person. Unless you really, really are very good at paying attention.
Yep. So you are out
I'm
of
out.
there. You're
Out.
out. Herschel's out. You're making your way home. Sid, what you doing?
Waiting for the car, and we'll go through the back exit, carrying the body.
Out through the parking garage and
Yeah.
there doesn't seem to be anybody there. There's no staff that you run into, no other guests, no one. It's just you, and Alexander, and a staked Yafet Kodo. And your very Russian-looking older driver who makes no reaction to you carrying a gentleman who is very obviously not intoxicated into the back of his car.
Let's go.
So, where are you headed?
Huh?
Where are you headed?
Sorry, the princess. I'm gonna give her a call.
On her cell phone.
Yep.
The phone rings. And you hear it click to pick up, but you don't hear any voice on the other end.
Your Highness.
Mm-hmm.
This is Sid Zimmerman. I have
Yes,
a present
Sid.
for you.
Ooh, presents. I
Yes.
like presents.
Nothing short of the Sabbat bishop who sought to undermine your rule by welcoming the Inquisition within New York City.
You do bring me interesting gifts, Sid. The door will be open. Sandor will be there for you.
As you wish.
Going from 43rd Street and 1st Avenue to 82nd and 5th Avenue does not take very well. At this time of night, close to 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, doesn't take a lot of things. It doesn't take a lot of issue at all. But it's going to take a little bit of time, even in the car. My next question is, Herschel Auden, as you are making your way home, do either of you let the dads know what's going on?
No. No, there's no way I'm thinking that far ahead.
Cool.
I'm thinking about me right now, and I know Odd knows to get away, and I'm like, all right, well, everything's probably okay.
Yeah, as
She and I
far
both
as
get
I've
home.
gotten, Herschel's out. I'm out. We'll talk to dads later.
Yeah,
Okay.
like if when we get home, we'll just like make the eye contact, like probably shouldn't say anything until this blows up in our face.
Yeah. Yeah. The children are learning so well. But Sid, you pull up to the prince's estate, a full half-city block mansion on 5th Avenue, directly across the street from the Metropolitan Museum of Art. It is a gorgeous building, brick and white columns. More Rococo, or Rococo revival than Art Deco. There is a underground parking that the driver pulls into. Sandor opens the door for you, the back door of the car.
Sandor.
Cousin, you brought a gift.
We did, certainly.
This way. Don't drip on the white carpet.
I flip Kodo around so that, like, the stake points upwards.
So you're not dripping no possibility of dripping anything on the very nice white carpets that are in this.
But Sid is so not wiping his feet coming in.
You kind of don't. You kind of have to, because you walk, like, there across the threshold that you walk through. There's that like industrial grade doormat right inside from the door to the garage inside of the house. So it's like, even if you don't stop and wipe your feet, you're kind of still wiping your feet, because the minute you walk into that, then it's like 100-year-old hardwood floors with white Persian rugs on top of them. There are a couple other, you can kind of see around that as you leads you up the stairs. These large sweeping wood stairs with white plaster walls and in like 3-4 stories. And it opens the door to a room has a large bay window that looks out onto Fifth Avenue and the Met with a balcony. There are a chair and you realize it's literally the same chair that Sandor carried into your house, seated kind of so that the queen is backlit by the lights of Fifth Avenue. And there's a small table with a couple glasses on it, and you see where the carpet where's probably a usual carpet that would be, that long red carpet that would lead to the queen for introductions or audiences, has been rolled to the side as if she was prepared for, the possibility of you making a mess with whatever you brought. And Her Royal Highness is seated very artfully lounging in this chair, this throne.
As I enter, I will basically just drop Kodo and bow. I don't care at all if it damages the body in any way.
I don't think anyone else is either. Well, Sid, your manners have improved. We are prepared to receive you. Come along. Bring your present. It's like 20 feet across this room to where she's seated. Alexander, of course, makes the appropriate comments, the appropriate introductions, and then turns to you and says, you brought the present.
Yeah, I know.
You might want to put it down.
Oh.
So, you brought me a bishop.
Not only a bishop who got the Inquisition to meddle in your affairs.
You do bring good presents, Sid. You and Alexander are moving up in the world.
Good.
Where's he been?
He had a run-in with friends of ours. They were nice enough to keep him cold while we were attending other matters.
Now then. I do like this. He's only in Torpor, though. I wonder if I should play. I haven't played in years, have I, Sandor? Maybe this would get the Justicar to leave. Oh. I'll have to think about this. Sandor, put him on ice for right now. I'll have to think about how to use this appropriately. So, they're moving, and Sandor literally just reaches a hand down and like half lifts the body, but it kind of drags him out by the shirt collar. So then, Sid and Alexander, you brought a gift. You are moving higher into my graces. Was there something else you needed?
Oh. Well, now that you mention it, yeah, there's something I want. I want Eckhart Stein.
Gangrel. Not usually one that I care about. Sandor, do we have any reason to care about Eckhart Stein? And you hear just this grunt of no as Sandor comes back in. What do you intend to do with him?
There's a grin across Sid's face. A great many things. I need him to be whole again.
Can I get a little bit more detail on that?
I need his mind, I guess. Or I should be more precise, Your Highness. Rebecca needs his mind.
Oh, Rebecca wants to play with him. You should have started with that, Sid. Of course you can have him.
Good.
I won't even ask for him back in the same state I gave him to you in. Well, let me phrase that. You can find him. You get to deal with it.
Oh, absolutely.
Don't make a mess. And don't draw him too much attention.
He will never bother you ever again.
Oh, I do like those terms. Yes, you may have him.
You are most gracious, Your Highness. Did I say that right?
Yes. Yes, you hear Alexander calling from the muttering behind you. Oh, and one last thing, gentlemen. Your charming daughter.
Yeah, what's up with her?
We're prepared to receive her when she has a moment.
I look
She
to
wishes to make
Alexander.
apologies.
Okay. All right. She's at the Feast of San Gennaro or something like that.
Why did you allow the neonates to go to a religious festival?
They need to learn.
I hope they didn't end up... My kindness has limits. If they end up causing a problem at such a thing, I will be revoking certain privileges, Sid. You understand that, right?
Don't look at me. They're the ones learning.
They live in your house, Sid. You've taken authority for them.
You should ask their sire. Well, no, there's one less sire. I'm sure you can probably ask Herschel's sire. Wait, who's Herschel's sire?
Questions you don't need answers to, Sid. Yes, you may have Eckhart Stein. Have a pleasant night. That means leave.
No, I know, I bow. And I turn around and I leave.
Alexander makes his excuses, leaves. What, as you are escorted down to the car, back to the car, where are you going?
I'm gonna have to try to find Stein, so I'm going to go to Franny's place. The tailor shop.
Fifth Avenue.
Yeah.
So straight down Fifth Avenue. It's on the way home.
I'm fully expecting to see a Justicar. That's my whole... My whole point is to try to find the Justicar, stumble upon him.
So true, Pope, so true. Technicalities are determined at the discretion of the prince. But you make your way down 5th Avenue to 5th Avenue and 48th Street.
Mm-hmm.
The Maselli's clothing store is closed. It's not boarded up, it's just closed, unlocked. Can you roll me perception alertness?
Oh my god, this is a first. I failed a
0
perception check.
succession. It's very dark. There is nothing. There's no one here. Nothing here. Alex kind of looks at you and asks, "Why did we want to stop here?"
I figured maybe she would still have info on Stein's whereabouts. Oh no. Ah. I take my cell phone.
Okay.
Hey, Urshel.
Herschel, you've just gotten home by this point.
Yeah, but what's going on? That was a fun festival.
Cool. Glad you enjoyed yourself. Could you give me the address of Franny's home? The place you went to when you got blood bonded?
Yeah. Why?
Need to go get something.
Yeah, okay. I give him the address, whatever it was.
72nd Street. And is the exit you got off of the 1 and the 9, and it was 2 blocks over. The 1, 2, 3, excuse me. Still can't get that right.
Is there any particular? I mean, you know they're all dead. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I need to loot the place. I mean, search thoroughly.
Yeah, it seems like it. Okay. Let me know if you're okay.
Yeah, we'll do.
So you and Alexander doesn't stop you. As you ride across town to 79th and 8th, you see a small sign, very tasteful, looks almost like a small restaurant sign with the Tremere clan logo. That's been with a giant white stripe of paint that's been painted over it. On this townhouse.
Is the door closed?
Yes.
I'll find somewhere to hide
Okay.
and turn into mist.
Okay. So, well, you're in the car still, so theoretically you could turn into mist in the car.
Oh yeah, sure.
I mean,
And then
your driver is special.
I'll yeet myself under the door.
Can you roll me manipulation occult? Difficulty 7.
Sure, I'll spend a willpower.
Cool.
So 2 successes.
Cool. As you notice the spark of flame start to erupt from the door frame as you cross it.
That's cool because I actually have resistance to fire damage in this form.
That's cool. You aren't lit on fire. As you enter this long vestibule, you see an elevator to your left and a closed door in front of you.
Wait, is that a door to the left and a door in front of me?
An elevator to your left and a closed door in front of you.
I'll open the closed... Well, is there a crack through the door?
Yeah, that one's not... There's still the... Yeah. Baseboard. You're fine. There's no gout to flame through that door. It's a empty, large room. Marble. Floors. Dark marble. Intricately laid out.
Are there any stairs going anywhere?
Not that you've seen. The only way up you've seen so far is the elevator. The only thing in this room is this just massed marble floor, and there's no like paintings on the walls. There's nothing on the walls. They're just white with black marble floor.
I'll go back through the door, get into a crack in the elevator shaft, and go up.
Yeah.
And I think I'll start my way from the top down.
So you come to the top, the very top, and you open into, I forget, do you get to retain your senses?
Yeah. What it says is, perceive their surroundings normally, although they cannot use powers that require eye contact. Immune to all mundane physical attacks, although supernatural attacks affect them normally. Takes 1 fewer die of damage from fire and sunlight.
Cool. You pop out of this highest door, which all of the other doors for the elevator have been to the left. This one is to the, this one is like if it was there was one door that opens on the back side. So, and it's like a half level off from this one below it. This is very obviously an Franny's bedroom, and it still smells like her, even 3 weeks later.
Good. I will go in.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll reshape once I'm inside.
Okay. You're in her bedroom.
Good. Time to start looking at everything, see if she had anything about Stein, about his whereabouts, his hideouts, his location in New York City, his activities.
Can you roll me intelligence investigation?
Yes. Difficulty?
7.
Ooh.
You don't know her, and... Ooh.
I fucking failed. What is going on?
Nothing here. I will make a deal with you. If you wish to spend time here, extended time, you can rip this whole place apart.
You know what? I botched that investigation, so that's what's gonna happen. And I'm not gonna be, careful about it. So I don't care if the place looks trashed afterwards.
Yeah, you aren't worrying about that. Auden and Herschel, You made yourselves at home. You got home.
We are safe for once.
Herschel, you have a giant bruise across your back of your ribs.
Is he like showing it off or something?
I don't know, but I'm telling him he has one.
I look around to make sure the dad's on around, and I say, at the festival, I was attacked by like 5 SWAT men.
There were like 6 of them, or 6 weirdos. I clocked about 6 weirdos. You know, that like, never mind, you wouldn't have that experience. Point is, what the hell?
Yeah, there were a lot of, I don't know. What was the one? He had a cross or something?
You could just see the glint of silver, maybe a cross, maybe a chain. You weren't 100% sure.
Yeah, I couldn't actually really tell who or what they. Well, obviously they wanted me, but that's really all I got. No faces, no markings or anything. So maybe I should go to religious festivals.
Yeah, something tells me we're not quite welcome there.
Jerks.
Yeah. Was that whole thing about being tolerant and accepting of everyone? No, those guys, apparently.
Yep, I was just trying to be a good person.
You are a beacon for the unholy, though. So, like...
I mean, not by choice. It just kind of happened.
That's true. That's true. But we're not telling the dads about this, are we?
I am 100% not until those guys show up at the door. And then I'll tell Sid and say, by the way, if they're mean, get them.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
I mean, Alexander would just roll his eyes and say how disappointed he was in us, and Sid would ask if we like got any of their heads or something. And
well, we can't break the masquerade, so it's not like we didn't do anything wrong.
No,
just didn't like us being there. Didn't like you being there.
It's true.
I could have stayed, but I didn't.
Yeah, well, I mean, I figured, I'm sure there were other vampires there besides me. It's probably fine.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I guess we just won't tell them.
Yep, well, just another one to sweep under the rug. It's fine.
It's fine. What's the worst that can happen? She's already texted Alexander, like, so some weird things happen. This is like as it's going on. She's like already texted him, like, don't panic, but we think there's something wrong at the festival. Not saying we caused anything, but not saying it's people weren't after us.
There's a brief pause, and then there's a text message that comes in. Could you please explain, my dear?
And she texts back, LOL, no.
Auden.
Auden probably has her own gif of herself, like...
No. She says, I don't really have an explanation. All I know is that there were some weird dudes at the festival and we left.
Sid, in the middle of your search, you found some banking records that you didn't know. Well, you had, but then you didn't have, so now you don't have. You found her day planner diary with contact numbers in it. You are still in the middle of searching for anything else when you get a text message from Alexander saying, we have to go. There were creepy people at the festival. The children ran home.
How much of her room would you say I went through at that point?
You've tossed most of her bedroom and probably, like there's her closet left.
On my way. I'll search the closet real quick. You know, using celerity to go even faster.
Ooh, could you roll me Dex investigation then, if you're using celerity?
Difficulty 7 again?
Yes, because you're not being precise.
An even worse success. Like -2. What the hell?
You throw a bunch of things over your shoulder, you're ripping things apart, you find a couple, you pause, snort, that still smells like Herschel, and throw it away.
Oh,
From
God.
Herschel was a very distinctive smell. You don't find anything else of note. You would see, the only other thing you would see would be like the keys to the store are hanging very obviously on a hook.
No, I'll take them and I'll leave.
Okay. So, because you can't carry anything as mist, I assuming you're going out as a physical person?
Yep.
Going down the elevator.
Well, I mean, I never took the elevator up. I flew up.
Yes. So, how are you going to get back downstairs?
I mean, how many floors is that?
4.
And I guess there are, like, cables holding onto the elevator.
Yes.
I'll just use the cable and rappel myself down.
You force the doors open, you rappel down the cables. You force the door at the first floor open. Now you gotta go out the main door.
Yeah, the one with the fire.
Mhm.
I will, Does it open inward or outwards? Inward, I
Inward.
guess? Is it locked at the moment?
No.
Okay, so I'll open it. I'll get back a few steps. And I'll run through with celerity.
Okay.
But I'll stop, like, at the stoop. I don't want to go, like, run to the car with celerity in case someone sees me.
Dex with dodge. Plus your extra for celerity.
Yeah.
DC 6 because you know what you're doing.
Please don't fail that. What the?
Alexander isn't here, so
This is not my night.
no, it is not. You take a gout of flame to the sides. Now, you have a choice here, sir. Do you wish to allow what you're carrying, the day planners, contact book, and the keys, to get damaged, or are you going to try and prevent that?
No, I'll try to prevent that.
Cool. So you're at bashing harmed.
Which one is that?
That's the wait, I did it backwards again. Hold on, I gotta actually see it. Hold on.
No, it's because it's bruised, hurt, injured, wounded, mold, crippled.
Oh, hurt.
Hurt. All right. And it's just
Bashing,
bashing, even if it's fire?
No, it's not. It's
Aggravated?
it's the middle one. No. Yeah. No, it's
I thought fire was aggravated on vampires.
I thought-
That's why.
yes, fire is aggravated. Sorry, it's the X. I'm looking at the thing and doing it's aggravated hurt.
Ow, ow, ow. Ow, ow. Ah, ah.
Yeah. The door opens immediately for you, and Alexander reaches an arm in for you to help you.
Yeah, I jump into the car.
And as you make your way home, that's where we're going to leave it for tonight.
As I'm frantically looking at how much blood I need to spend to heal aggravated wounds.
How much you need to consume?
Well, I think I need to spend blood point, but I'll get super hungry after.
Yep.
Blood earning Instinct, efficient hunting. Spending.
As he looks this up, y'all, it's entertaining. But how we doing? Still having fun?
We survived.
I had a great time.
Oh yeah, this is a good one. We went to a party. It was bad. It's like real life. I went to a party. I learned I don't like parties. What's new?
Next time, let's go to a vampire-only party, I guess. Ugh.
I just end up imagining there's got to be a club somewhere, like in What We Do in the Shadows, where they're like, we're going to go to the vampire club downtown, and there's like 3 people.
See, I was imagining like the club from Blade.
Oh no, there are a couple of those.
One is definitely Blade themed. Like somebody is really ironic.
Oh yeah.
Yep. That one's run by a Toreador.
Auden's definitely been there, like multiple times.
Yep. But we all doing okay? Everybody all right?
Oh yeah.
Good.
I can't wait to check my dating profile next week. It'll be fun.
Dating
It's gonna be a
profile.
great time.
6 guys who want to beat the crap out of.
Maybe they saw your dating profile and thought you were into like weird kidnappy shit. You don't know what
Oh.
Auden's put on there.
It's 5
No.
blood points in a full day for me, for each damage.
Ooh. Yee.
So 10 blood points.
Yeah. So I'm currently at 10.
You would be totally hungry.
Yeah.
Or actually, no, you'd go into a frenzy.
Yeah, no. So I'd need to eat first, and then eat after.
And just eat a lot, apparently. Alrighty then. All you, Simon.
Thank you everyone for coming. Thank you to all of you who hung out in chat. Thank you for the follows, the subscriptions, the donations, everything. Thank you to all of you watching on YouTube. It's always greatly appreciated to know we have fans on the other platform. Thank you to our sponsors, Found Familiar, Mage and Press, and Dice Envy. Check them out either in the link down below or the links in chat right there. I am Simon at Wandering DM. We will be back on Tuesday for some more Dark Matter D&D in Space, sponsored by Mage and Press. Also, you can find me on Monday over on the Onyx Path official channel, playing James Flynn in our college student investigating the paranormal game, which is Seattle by Streetlight, a Chronicles of Darkness, where we play all mortals. Otherwise, we will be back on Thursday for some Mask, and on Friday I'll be over on Off the Table for some Lady Blackbird, and back here next Saturday for Vampire. Let's move the mic along to the rest of the cast. Tell us who you are, where we can find you, and what you have going on in your internet lives. We'll start with Auden.
Yep. Not too much going on in my internet life. Find me as Xander Slamilton here on Twitch, on Twitter. Not a whole lot going on, but I'll be back here on Saturday for more getting myself into a whole boatload of trouble. Also having a great time. Thank you, all of you.
And Herschel.
Internet live. I don't have anything going on, but I love this show, and I'm really happy to keep coming back every Saturday, and I'm glad everybody is watching. In chat and on Twitter, I am Thragon, and here I am still the adorable Herschel Akers, and I love throwing my characters into just random things. They're like, yeah, you could probably do that. I'm like, yes, let's do it. Because consequences are fun.
And Deirdre.
Hey y'all, you know me. I'm at Deirdre Dunman on Twitter or Praxagorthesmiaphoria as you see me hanging out in the Twitch chat. And I love Saturdays when I get to be just a fan with you all at all of the wonderful things that happen, and I get to enjoy it. Also, thank you, Pope, for now being in chat and yelling all the things that I can't yell because I'm react to these things. It makes me wonderful. But as for me, you will find me helping out with Seattle by Streetlight as our Kika is feeling, has some things. I'm going to help her out. I will be back here for some dark matter as Kevichet's It's Complicated made things infinitely more complicated for them. Just that relationship is interesting for me. But Wednesday, I will be over on Tales from the Grim for more Witcher, Family of Wraiths, and you need to come watch that because that's going to be fun and emotional, and things are happening. I can't wait. Other than that, come back here Thursday for Masks, because yeah. And if you didn't see it, the Session 0 is up. Please go watch that because that's epic and I love it and you'll all enjoy it. But always check my Twitter because I post where I'm going to be and I love to talk to people. So come hang out, chat.
All right, everyone. We will see you again next week. Ciao. Have a good weekend.